All right, I think we are live and rolling. I believe so. Matt Kane, first in the chat. Good morning, my friend. What's going on? Good to see you. All right, let me get this shared around. All right, got that in the community tab. Oh, we got everybody in here. Saints, what is up? RogueGold detected. That was a line, that'd be kind of sick. Hawk, what's going on? EM, good to see you. Hey, what's up, Stanta? By the way, I will get back to your message. Don't worry about it. Millie, good morning. The Derek, what's up? TK, how's it going? Hello, everybody. All right, let me just finish sharing this around. Got it on Twitter. And there we go. I think we're all set. Already got 35 people in the stream. Welcome in, everybody. Who else we got here? Astenic, good to see you. Postman, good morning to yourself. Weasel, what's up? Helios, good morning. Berserk, good to see you. Here we are, folks. We got new league out, the last league of the season. I haven't even looked at this yet. Pathway, Hotel, Bank, and Air and Space. Solid. Reanimated's back. Unfortunately, I have heard that they did not fix the cloud bug, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure why they would run it again if that was still an issue, but I guess we'll find out. And yeah, what projects do we got? I've not been on it all this morning. DZ1, DZ Daily. Cool. Wolf. Howdy, howdy. Ramon, good to see you, man. Did you ever do that build with Chameleon? In PvP, I couldn't make it, make 2 streams, so I don't know. I did not, but, you know, I would be down to try that later in this stream if we have time. So let's do that a bit later on once we get through the league and some of that stuff. That'd be fun. So I do think it could be interesting in the DZ. So we'll try it. I think, per usual, let's start with a quick descent run, warm up, get my weekly project done, and then we will move on to the league. Sound like a plan?
Shade tech prohibited. Access denied. Deactivating shade protocol.
How's everybody feeling 1 week out from the Vanguard finale? I think at this point we're fine with spoilers, you know. Like, a week's a good grace period. I did have someone comment on my video recapping the finale earlier today, and they said I spoiled it for them. I was like, I don't know how much clearer I could have been in that video that there was going to be spoilers, so it's mostly on other people at this point. The league missions, I just peeked at them. I think it was Pathway Park, Bank Headquarters, Air and Space, and I forget the last one. Those were 3 of them.
Hostiles constructing. Hostiles spawn from highlighted doors.
Peek up.
You gotta be dead.
I wish the Firefly had wider usage. I love using it so much, but it's just like usually not a better pick over other stuff. Calling out one more outfit will release the season when the timer runs out on Kelso's. That'd be cool. I think it's probably slightly notable that Kelso's had a 3-week timer to it. I wonder if that's because they're trying to push it closer to the end of the season because there's not another one lined up, but I don't know. They could also just you know, do what they did the past few times where they put in a bundle with an old weapon skin from a season that people don't have. So, you never know. Were you able to get all 26 comms? Yes, I reran the manhunt to get it, which was fun. I'm glad Theo isn't dead. Yeah, I think that, you know, notwithstanding the issues in logic that it kind of brings up, it's going to be very fun to have these, like, very cool characters back. Like, I think not many would disagree with that. So, for sure. Alright, let's do that. Grand Washington Hotel, there you go. Pathway, hotel, bank, air and space. The bug wasn't entirely fixed, but execution NPCs take very little damage and seem to regen health. Oh, okay. Interesting. Also good to see Centrifugal. I saw a post on Reddit about, apparently if you try and do space admin, it'll kill the satellites. So, interesting. They had it, on the known issues board, it was supposed to be done with 2.20.2, I think, and they had it in the fix ready, and then it moved back to in progress at a certain point, and it hasn't moved out from there, so... Again, you would think if it wasn't fixed, they might have slotted in a different event instead of Reanimated, but who knows?
Console online. Supply station online.
Ooh, those are all good choices, but I gotta go with preservation. Getting 4 easy ones off the bat, that's nice. Love the cleaner lineup. Yeah. Cleaners are quite comedic, which is ironic given their faction lore, but... Peter, what's up? I don't care if I get spoiled. Yeah, the hunter aspect to the finale was definitely cool. It's fun who got all their outfits, but now they have even newer outfits. Yeah, so when do we get the new ones? That's the question. Wish I was there when the Fire Girls outfit was out. Conley, yeah. Conley's is pretty cool. Why bother adding the Viper as a hunter? What does that add? I think I mentioned in the video I did on the finale recap that Cal had said a long time ago that to Natalie had kind of like pseudo-threatened her and been like, I have operatives that are within the Black Tusk that you don't know about. So I think it pays off that a little bit. And it just kind of further cements the fact that... Because the theme of this season was supposed to be all about trust, right? And so I think it further cements the fact that Faye couldn't really trust the people that she was colluding with Viper, given that they kind of like structured that whole relationship. And, you know, it just further sows the idea that we don't really know which division agents are actual agents, or if they have that ulterior motive working for Cal. So I think it just deepens some of that stuff. TA-21's putting in work here, not gonna lie. I do love how in Descent you can actually like use some of these weapons that don't get used often, and they feel pretty good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Also, you suck, dude. You didn't hit one bullet there? That was crazy. I was dancing right in front of you. Is there a list with all 26 comms including their names? I mean, maybe someone's put it online. I would guess Satanta if you're missing just one of them, it's most likely the final Kelso note. If you go in and you only have, at the very bottom, if you only have 4 Kelso notes, there's a 5th one. That's what the majority of people didn't get on the first completion. Well, what on earth is this? I don't want any of these. Shooting an enemy. I guess I'll do this, but I don't really care about skill damage. Tough. I have all 5 notes. Oh. Well, then I'm not sure. You can look at the symbol. Like, each of the different columns has a symbol that associates it with which target it came with during the manhunt. So you could track it that way and see which one it's missing from. Maybe it's missing from the finale and you just need to replay and kill one of the bosses. But if you have the last note, I assume you've replayed it already. So I'm not sure. I'm going to take that just so we have it. Yeah, I'll get one of these. The frog man cometh. What's up, Alex? Dive head first and read it to the guy. There you go. Liberty and death is 60. I guess I didn't think about that. In my mind, I was like, oh, it's a shield talent. I'm not using a shield, but that's true. It does just give you weapon damage. Alright, next time I'll take that. Got 100 people in the stream, is that right? Over here. Do indeed. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. If you have not already and you want to help support your boy, I'd appreciate you clicking the like on the stream. It helps boost the algorithm and all that, but thanks for tuning in. We've only got a few weeks left in the season. And I was thinking about this just before going live, is that I think ever since the game came back for content in 2022, we are currently like the least knowledgeable about what next update is bringing. All we know currently is the new gear and stuff that was on the PTS. We don't know the season name. We don't know what quality of life features they're working on because they have not been put on the known issues board. We know very little. And so, in these next few weeks here, we're going to get some good info. I'm excited.
Hostile combatant. Hostile construction initiated.
You're going for easy rooms to get to the Nemesis faster? Yes. Yeah, I just do one descent run per week to get the project done. I would like to do a longer... It'd be fun to do a descent stream sometime and try and go for a high loop, but it takes so long. I'd have to structure it in where I could take, like, quick breaks, because I can't go for 8 hours straight. I don't know how people do those 24-hour streams. That would kill me.
Active.
You don't need to be sorry for asking questions at all, Kira. That's what we're here for. To chat, to discuss. Is there a way to get the Ouroboros? I don't have people to play with, and I'm on a mission to get every vector formatted gun. The only place the Ouroboros drops from is the Paradise Lost Incursion. That said, it does have matchmaking. You can matchmake and get a group there, and I did a video, what was that, like 2 months ago? About how you certainly can do the incursion with a random group and no communication. That was the challenge I set for myself, and I matchmade in, and we got it done. So, it will be a challenge. But if you're set on getting it, then I definitely recommend trying out the matchmaking there. It helps if you search up a guide beforehand to know what all the big fights are, so that you can at least help the group out. But as long as you get a few people in there who have a similar basic understanding of what's going on, you guys can get it done.
Console available.
Adrian, what's up? Guru, good to see you. And Reeks. Makes me think of Game of Thrones. What's going on? Knight, hello, hello. I'm getting very lucky with these easy rooms. I did the Descent run last week because I didn't get to do it on stream because we had the finale. And I couldn't get it done in 4 loops. It didn't give me enough easy rooms. So I guess it's compensating now.
Room selected.
24 hours is a rookie number. Oh, goodness. I mean, it's not that I couldn't sit here and play for that long. It's that sometimes after like 2 hours, my voice is already sore. I don't know how people just keep going for that long. Maybe it's I need to train my body to do it. I don't know. Ooh, I popped the exotic talent. That'd actually be nice on a boss. Could do that.
This is it.
Console available.
Matthew, I'm doing fantastic, my friend. How are you? Well, best of luck, Kira. I enjoy that mission a lot. You know, it's tough, but it's fun, so hopefully you do too. WLP with the $6 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend.
Selected.
How do I get the St. Elmo's engine? Nice stream as always. Greetings from Germany. Greetings right back at you. The St. Elmo's engine is in the general loot pool,
Initiated.
so technically it can drop from anywhere in the game. Okay, I didn't know there's a shock right there. Your best chances are going to come from targeted AR content. Typically, the best recommendation is to play Countdown. You set your target loot to ARs, and then with the credits that you earn from that, you buy exotic caches and see if you can get it to drop out of there as well. So, short answer is anywhere in the game. The best place to farm is targeted ARs, and the recommendation is Countdown. Thank you so much for the donation, though. That's very generous of you. Thank you, man. Gotta climb all the way up here. GLG, what's up? What is the active talent pool into set right now? I believe it said it was Sloth. Which, honestly, I have not memorized any of those at all. I have no idea what the differences between them are. I just go in anyway. Yeah, I think it's Sloth.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Pop, pop. Are they going to fix the comm issue on the last man to find Kelso? So we actually had a comment from Yannick on that. If you go and check my video from yesterday, Yannick commented on there and I pinned it. How he's talking about it was not an intended design that you have to replay to get the comm. So he said it's a bug and they're working on it. He didn't necessarily outline what the fix is going to be. Like, are they going to grant it? Are they going to allow it to be claimed? We don't know at this point. But they are working on changing how that works in some capacity. That's what we know for now. And if you want to see his wording, like I said, it's pinned on that video, and I also made a community post about it. Andrew, what's up? What do you think the next season will entail? You mean like story-wise or features, Millie? Dang, I should have taken that M16 when it was offering it to me. Or not that, the MK16. I'll take a shotgun, though. Could be nice. Both. Story-wise, I really don't know. I've kind of given, like, all the, you know, given we had the delay with the DLC and given the ending of last season, I really am not sure how they're going to handle. We know it's not repeats. That's what a lot of people are afraid of, is that they're going to repeat seasons while we wait for the DLC. They've said they're not doing that. It's 2 brand new seasons before we get to Brooklyn. So I do not know how what they're going to focus on in that. You would think maybe one of them would involve Schaefer. You know, Schaefer wakes up and we follow up with that a little bit. But I don't know when that could happen. As far as features, I'm trying to think. A while ago I feel like a good idea, or had a good theory. What were they talking about doing? gosh, it's gonna slip my mind now. What was that? There was something that they mentioned a while ago where they're like, we're gonna work on X feature. And I thought it made sense for it to drop with this update, but now I can't remember what it was.
Activating poison gas simulation. Room selected.
I don't know.
Difficulty
The big question is whether or not there's something they haven't, like, let us onto yet. Of course, I've talked about that in a lot of videos, how there's been some very cryptic
Hostile
messages.
spawn from highlighted doors.
And so whether or not that means there's something coming in Season 1 or later on, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. They've been so secretive that there's literally, like, very, very, very few things to go off of. It's almost entirely guesswork. So that's why I'm excited to
Console available.
get more info. Get another composure stack. No problem, Guru. Matt Kane with the $20 super chat. Gotta get back to work. I'll catch up on the replay. Thank you as always. Matt, thank you, my friend. That is incredibly generous of you. As always, man. Thank you so much. And just dropping that to head out for work.
Location.
Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for the generosity. We'll see you around.
Hostile construction initiated. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
That guy ducked right under my shotgun shot. Someone had to have seen that. Alright. I'm definitely firing way outside the optimal range of this thing.
Console.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matt. Always so kind. Guy said, first time on the live, but love your video, so informative and great voice to listen to. Thank you so much. That is very flattering. Thank you, thank you. And I'm glad you made it to a live. Thanks for being here. Tyler, working and lurking before leaving for lunch. Thank you for being here, man. I saw your comment on the post. I appreciate you taking the time.
Entering new room.
By the way,
Easy.
130 people in the stream. Thank you all for tuning in. We're also only 9 likes away from 50 likes if you haven't hit it yet and you want to
Hostile construction
help support.
initiated.
It's a good way to do it, but thanks for being here. Any thoughts on the Hunter Mask in Haven not being a mission hunter? I believe that's... I'd have to go look, but Palais, who's the art producer, said that that wall is reserved for non-mission hunters. It's puzzle ones only. So the mystery continues about why that hook is there. Supposedly it's not a bug, and supposedly it's not intended to be one that we've already gotten. So I guess there's still a puzzle out there people haven't solved, but you'd think someone would have found it by now. I really have no idea.
Supply station online.
Bernie, what's up? I'm doing very well indeed. How are you, man? Ricardo, how's it going? It's going fantastic. Just working while streaming. Your channel's still winning. Thank you for being here, dude. A lot of people's first time. Simple as well.
Room. Difficulty
Great
rating.
content. Thank you all so, so much.
Target.
That means a lot.
Hostile construction initiated. Constructing hostile combatant.
That's why I like doing the lives weekly, you know? More chances to chat with people. Eventually, I'll try and come up with more times throughout the week, too, because I know some people can't make it if I do the same time every week, so we'll work on that, but thank you all for being here. Yeah, this has been a very smooth descent run. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself, but we're gonna get there on loop 4. Get it going. Is this the boss over here? It has to be. Yeah. There we go. Thank you for the vids. I'm still not ready to go in the dark zone since I had the damage output of a wet piece of paper to say level 100, but your vids make the grind easier. Very happy to hear that. You're very welcome. Yeah, the dark zone is not for the faint of heart or the faint of builds. But you'll get there eventually. It's all about taking your time. If you want to check out some PvP, Conflict is a really good place to do it because in this last update they removed the limitation, or not limitation. They removed shade levels and expertise from that mode, so it gets disabled when you go in, meaning that everybody is on an even playing field. It's just about your build. So if you wanted to taste a PvP before getting in the dark zone, that's a good way to do it.
Entering new room. Difficulty rating. Medium. Hostile construction initiated.
So I have a chance to play with you and invite people for open world activities.
Hostiles constructing.
Yeah, I try and, whenever it's convenient, I definitely try and get people in. Sometimes I forget, to be honest, because I'm used to playing solo, but certainly I will continue to do as much as possible in the future so people can get in. It's always fun.
Cover won't save you.
Thank you so much, Sword, if you're saying that about me. If not, then, you know, I'm sure there's other awesome people out there as well.
Console available.
George, hello to yourself. How you doing? Do we think the Year 6 Season 1 brain set is any good or another snoozer? The brain set specifically, I think, is quite solid for rifles. I mean, the one piece is mag size, which can be applicable to anything, right? And then the 2 piece is 20% rifle damage. So as for a rifle season, that's a really good brain set. I actually don't remember what the 3 piece is. I'll have to go back and look.
Difficulty rating. Easy.
Because that is eluding my mind right now. But 1 and 2 piece, I think, are quite good.
Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Here's a question: if you've not done much descent, can you still collect all the comms? Are they tied to the weekly? You can still earn them, however, you can only get 1 per week. So you'll continue to earn them every time you play, but it'll take you that many weeks to get them all. Maybe they'll change that in the future, so it's a bit easier to go back and get them. But yeah, they're not locked out. They are just time gated to 1 per week. I am indeed, Seth.
Room selected. Difficulty rating. Medium.
Started playing the game again after years. I'm currently watch level 24. How can I find more exotics without playing Dark Zone? Well, welcome, Toby. The best place to get exotics, most agree, is the countdown game mode. Once I get out of here, I can show it. But if you go in if you open up your map, it's in the top right, up by Dark Zone East. Countdown game mode. You can matchmake into it. 8-player activity. They're really quick sessions. You get a lot of loot. You can pick your own targeted loot. So whatever exotic you're trying to get that's in the general pool, you can target that category. And then you can also buy exotic caches with the credits you earn in there. So it's a really good way to farm in general, but also for exotics specifically. You got a lot of good chances from that.
Console active. Supply station activated.
Simple, to my knowledge, they're aware of that issue. I would assume that's something that'll be fixed when TU21 hits next month. But I don't have any concrete info to back that up. That's just my guess.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating. Medium. constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
How are people invisible in the
Constructing
DZ?
hostile combatant.
Yeah, that's not a feature. They're likely hacking.
Console online.
Since the DLC got delayed, does that mean the Black Diamond season did as well, or is that still your 6 season 1 name? We don't know, Alex. That's kind of the big mystery, is that they intentionally hid the title of the season during the PTS, like you couldn't go and see what it is. So at this point, we have no idea. We don't know if Black Diamond carries over, or rolls into your 6 season 1. We don't know if that's something that was tied to Brooklyn. We really have no idea.
Activating poison gas simulation.
What are your thoughts on the theory that the Freedom Hunter was meant to be the woman on the cover alongside Brian?
Hostile construction.
Well, I know for a fact that's
Constructing hostile combatant.
not true. I won't spoil it, but if you read some of the books, then that shuts that theory down. I hadn't heard that yet. That does make sense why people got to that conclusion, but yeah, I can confirm that that's not true. And her name is Heather Ward, was the agent on the cover. And yeah, there's information out there to go against that. That was a swing. Apparently, I've been taking lessons. Yeah, Millie, if you don't care about spoilers, I'll DM you later and I can tell you. But I won't say it here, just in case people are gonna read the things. All right, I need to catch up on chat because there's a lot of a lot of things I've not gotten here. Okay. What do we got? There on my screen, even though my hive is attacking someone. Yeah, that sounds like a hacker, Chris. If you have their name, then be sure to report the person. Hopefully they'll get dealt with. But yeah, unfortunately, that stuff happens. Lately, I haven't seen the MP7 sub in this game. Did they remove it? Nope. MP7's still around. It's actually quite good now. It got a really good buff with the last update, so it's one of the top SMGs at the moment. What's your favorite gear set for damage and armor? Like, I don't know if you mean like my personal favorite or like what the best is. I mean, Striker is the best for damage. That's just hands down. I get bored of using it because of how prolific it's used, but yeah, I like Heartbreaker. That's a good balance between the two, right? I think Heartbreaker is a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Toby. Declan, what's up? Returning player, welcome back. In-game and Warlords completed. Any advice on where to start? Do I just jump in? Currently I'm back to the catalog videos and builds. Declan, let me link you this one. Maybe you've already seen it. If so, then I apologize, and you can tell me I'm dumb. But this is kind of tailored for exactly your situation, where I go through all the major like endgame systems and content pieces, so it kind of gives you an idea of what's out there and what you might want to focus on. I just put a link for it in the chat, so definitely check that out if you haven't. If so, though, I can give you some further recommendations. Mystic Megan, what's up? What do you have any idea to rework ongoing directive where it would drop random ammo from the pool like hollow, incendiary, explosive, etc.? That would be interesting. Kind of a throwback to like Reclaimer in Div 1 that, you know, well, not really, but just like random perks. Random ammo types. That could be cool. Ongoing's pretty good right now, though. I mean, I know it focuses on bleed, but yeah, I would not be opposed to that. That could probably also be its own gear set, right? Where like you do different things to get different ammo types. Could be cool. Look who's watching. What's up? I'm doing great. Haven't had time to switch on the game day. What's the new trophy? I can show it as soon as we get out of here. Let me kill the Nemesis real quick. It's a new, it's one of the elemental ones from these leagues that they've been doing. Alright, let's get all the ammo perks. I'm gonna have to get close to the Nemesis because I don't have a good... I don't think my T-821 is gonna be hidden very far. Okay, let me catch up on the rest real quick. What are the exotics I should try and get? I would say Ninja Bike Backpack, Saint Elmo's Engine Exotic AR, Coyote's Mask. Those three are generally really good if you're going for gun builds. Or just general builds too. Bill, what's up? Love and appreciate the content. Thank you so much. Is there a reason why you don't cover vendor resets? I personally would like to hear your opinions on the buys. You know, people have asked before. To be honest with you, I just don't find it very exciting. The way I try and, you know, avoid burnout and stay loving what I do is that I work on stuff that I like doing. And I personally, even though I know people find it useful and I don't want to downplay that, I just don't find making that stuff very exciting, you know? There's really great resources out there. Like, I use Ruben Almania for my vendor resets because they update it every week and let you know who's selling what. So, I'd say it's a combination of oversaturation and lack of interest from myself personally. I'm sorry if that, I hope that doesn't come across the wrong way. I totally get why people want to see it. But yeah. Wow, there's so many chats. And we also have a lot of people in here. 166 people. Thank you all so much. I'm trying to get caught up before I go into the Nemesis. Okay. If they bring in Caleb Dunn for a future season, I'd be down with that because we don't know where he's at. Ken! I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Where can I get books about The Division? Berserk? Depends on where you live in the world. I don't entirely know how that works with like Amazon and stuff, but at least Amazon here in the States sells all of them. You got Broken Dawn, Recruited, Compromised, Hunted. If you search any of those, or if you just search Tom Clancy's The Division like books on Amazon, it should pop up. But again, depending on where you live in the world, you might look at some local retailers as well. What's up, Leah? Almost didn't make it in time. You're here now. Thank you for tuning in. Lucas is here. Good morning, Lucas. Good day. How you doing, man? Luminous. Good to see you. Glad you don't do a ton of build videos, too. If I have good builds, I like to show them, but I'm just not, you know... The game is at a place where there's not really things happening all the time with builds. Like, new updates for sure, but... Yeah. Okay. I caught up enough. Let's go. Room
selected. Difficulty rating. Nemesis.
Mav jumped in just in time to see me get butchered by the Nemesis. Just kidding. How you doing, Mav?
Hostile construction program activating. Nemesis.
Tyler as well. Good morning to you. How you doing? Uh-oh. I got stuck on the crate.
System malfunctioning.
Alright, we need to try and lure this guy. I don't have trauma or anything. I'm just gonna have to brute force my way through this. Oh, is it the
System reactivated.
He's too far. Is it the keener version of the Nemesis? Alpha? I think it is. I was just saying the other day, I don't think I had seen the keener version of it, but I think that's him. Alright, you need to come towards me and I'm just gonna hipfire you. Oh, don't heal.
Hostile bombardier drone detected.
Oh, it's a bombardier drone. Never mind. Yeah, you gotta come towards me. And I'm gonna confuse you right when you get up here. Yeah, you missed. Is that keener? Oh, I could have gotten his drone that whole time with my Firefly. Am I stupid? I don't like that he's up above me now. I shouldn't push that. I really want to, but I shouldn't. Good lord, I'm playing with fire. There we go.
Simulation terminated.
There we go.
Collating data.
Oh, Berserk, you're in Toronto? Then I think you can definitely get the books on Amazon if you search them there. Yeah, just search like Tom Clancy's The Division novels or books, and they should pop up. The Crossroads series is the more recent one that's more relevant to the current story. So that's Recruited, Compromised, Hunted are the three. Yeah. Not just beaten, but totally butchered. Danny, what game type is this? This is the Descent mode within the Division 2. It's a roguelite mode. So you kind of, it's separate from the main progression of the game. You get to like put talents together in unique ways and kind of create your own build and play style in here. And you kind of see how far you can go. No Slayer on the Nemesis. They should put the Slayer in Descent. That should be one of the options.
Facility detected. Combat simulation program active.
New collectible acquired. Proof of concept. I won't listen to on here because I know people don't like spoilers. But we're getting close. There's actually...
Agent in need of backup.
Hang on. How close are we to being done with those? There's only 4 more Descent comms. It's crazy. After a year of collecting them. That's my response to that, Alex, is a chuckle. What if the DLC is Warlords 2.0, Theo, Keener, and Kelso are just the man targets we have to kill again because our agent is an Isaac lover? I don't think that's the direction they'll go, but you never know. That's what I've learned from this season, is you never really know. I'm surprised you only have 60k subs. You deserve far more. I appreciate that, George. I'm more than blessed to have already gotten to where I'm at, so... However far we go, I will be very appreciative of it. I know someone was asking about the trophy. Let's take a peek. That's the trophy that we get for this league, which actually I think looks cooler than like the lightning one. So I'm pretty excited to get that. The ice cube trophy. Okay. Let us get into the league missions then, shall we? Let's pop Reanimated. Get it going. How would you feel if they brought back Hornet again? If they brought back Hornet a second time, I think that would be a little far-fetched. I would probably have some complaints. I don't think they will do that, but that would be pretty funny. What's up, Flawless? How you doing? I think Viper will come back since her voice actor returned. It's possible. Did we kill Viper for realsies? That's the question. Can we really be sure after this? By the way, I love the Kelso outfit that they put in the store. I think it looks pretty snazzy. There's a huge gap in the back, though. I think that, I forget, Palais explained it at one point. It's like, when they do the outfits of certain models, it's just molding to the overall shape. I don't really know, but it's funny. Let's put that on, and league missions. Yes, I'm trying to think if any of these have hostages that are gonna mess up my flow. I don't think so, though. Not that I can remember. I'm at 5% of your sub count. Go off, man. You know, it's all about the journey. It's taken me a long time to get here, so
Okay, here we go.
anything can happen.
Head to the service.
Did someone say the trophies charge up as you sprint and go in full effect? Oh, the backpack ones? Yes, they do. At least the fire one works like that. The fire one will like build up and subside depending on if you're moving or not. I don't think the other ones were based off of movement.
AEDs in proximity.
I'd have to go back and look. It's been a long time since I played. Thank you for your catch-up videos, no problem. Does Reanimated mean zombies? It is a global event called Reanimated, where it's focused around headshots, where if you don't get a headshot kill, then it just reanimates the enemies. They don't look like zombies or anything. It's just like this. You see his flashing green, and then she'll stand back up. So, essentially it's zombies, but they don't act any differently once they reanimate.
Real unpleasant. We need to kill this asshole.
Here I'm just standing around for getting him in a league. We're going. I appreciate so many people tuning in. This is honestly more than I thought would jump in for a little weekly stream. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on
We went all the way to the top floor. Take the stairs to the right of the elevators
we
and
almost
work
got
your
in
way
the elevator with him there. If people have thoughts on year 6 and what's coming up, I'd love to hear it. That's what I'm really like. Any day now, I'm waiting for the tweet to drop where they're like, get ready for the reveal stream or get ready for something. Because, like I was saying at the start, we're currently looking at our most secretive update yet, with how close we are and how little we know about it. I guess Reanimated doesn't always help with the league because it's... if they reanimate, then you just gotta go back and kill them. The range on it is so good. Whoops, smacked my mic.
I just found
What
an ammo stockpile.
is your recommended reanimated build? I don't know if I have one that I would say is like necessarily better than all the rest. Well, if you like the determined hotshot build, the sniper one,
That's what you get, you dumb sons
that's
of
really good
bitches.
since this is all about headshots. But really anything you're able to hit headshots with, they increase the headshot multiplier by so much that really any build you can get good headshots on is going to do well. Like it's going to melt through them. But yeah, if you're a fan of snipers, then the determined headhunter hotshot combo is really good. Kai, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're saying it took a long time to get 60. I saw your comment on that older one. It was funny. Dusty Futures with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, man. Going to Jay, Bernie, Reeks, Yanir, Alexander, and Brian. If you 5 are here, be sure to give Dusty a thank you. Dusty, thank you so much for the generosity, man. I appreciate that sincerely. Those folks, welcome to Rogue Studios. You now got a nifty little badge next to your name. You get some emotes to use here in the lives and on the video comments. And if you want to join our Discord server, you can link your account to get access to a channel on there. Thank you again, Dusty. I'm hoping they reintroduce
I'm on the roof. Hold on for backup.
exotics into the Manhunt rewards. Yeah, I hope they rethink that in year 6. I don't think the patches were like incredibly well received this year.
For long.
Even the stovepipe one in season 11, at least that was like a cool cosmetic, right? Mike Bryson, bro, I haven't been subbed this whole time. Once I watch it too, I'm sorry. You're good, man. And I know the feeling. Like, once you get used to someone's videos popping up in your feed, you just kind of assume, and then it's like, oh. But I appreciate you going back and subbing, man. No worries at all. Happy to have you. Hey, Tyler, have a great one, man. Thank you for hanging out, dude. Should have made a movie series. They are making a Division movie on Netflix.
Let's do this.
Supposedly. It's been in the works for a while, but as far as we know, it's still happening. Returning player level content, feels good to be back, and your content is great watching. Full of information. Metamorphosis, I appreciate you saying that. Welcome back. And I'm super happy to hear that the videos are enjoyable and they help out. That's the goal. So thank you very much. Division movie supposed to have Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain are supposedly the two leads. Again, it's been a long time since we've heard about it, which sometimes in film means that there's a lot of like changes happening behind the scenes. So it wouldn't shock me if when they do finally move forward with it, there's different leads attached. But for now, that's who we know as a part of it. Just fan-made Division short film on YouTube. Yeah, there's the like collaborated Agent Origins thing. That's pretty cool. Feel like it'll be awful. That's the spirit, Alex. That's the spirit right there. I'm pretty hopeful. The director is a huge Division fan. He plays it every week. So I think it's good to have someone who knows and respects the IP. It really just comes down to the writing with a lot of things. Like the Fallout show that's out right now is, I just finished it the other day, is super good. And it worked so well because they understood the IP, but they also focused a lot on crafting a good story instead of just doing homages, you know? So I kind of hope we see the same thing for Division. Alright, well, we cleared the 12 minutes. Pretty easy. 8:01, there we go. Stuff. Thanks for the content. Just finished your PvP guide. Hell yeah. For the reply to my comment reviews. Oh, that was right. I remember I was going through them before going live. Super glad I helped you out. You're very welcome. I feel awkward because that video is so old that I would change the presentation if I were to do it now. But I'm very glad it helped you out. And yeah, anytime you have more questions, feel free to send them in. What would be the best build for a solo player? I mean, that could be a lot. Depends on what you like to play. This is what I like. Do Striker with the Memento's a really good solo piece, because of just all the bonuses you get. All right. What do we got next? Bank? Let's do it.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
I don't know, Millie. I mean, I feel like, you know, Division isn't the first IP to do a story about a contagion, right? So I would think at this point we're far enough past it that it wouldn't really draw much attention there, but I don't know. By the way, before we head into this next mission, we still have 160 people watching, and we passed 100 likes. Thank you all so much. I can't. It's still annoying to me that I can't see likes on this other screen that I'm on. Got to click back. But thank you all very, very much. Set this to hard. Let's get it. Still not a fan of leagues, even though I'm running because I think the trophies look sick. I hope that leagues get some love in Seasons 2.0. I'm not. Part of it's just I don't care about speedruns. But I wish there was a way to up the difficulty and increase the rewards if you want to take on that challenge. Like, I think there's a lot they could do here. After not running leagues for like 5 years, running every one for this season has been interesting. Are you more excited for Heartland or Division 3? That's such a tough question. I think I have to say Division 3 just because it's like... We know what Heartland's aiming for, and that's great. I think it'll be a fun spinoff. But Division 3 could be like the thing. If they structure it right, that game could go on for years and years with expansions and everything, right? And of course, you know, we don't want to set our expectations so high that it can't possibly meet it, but I think just sheerly the potential of what Division 3 could be makes it higher on my list. But they've yet to announce a Division thing that I'm not excited for in some capacity or for its own reason. So I'm looking forward to everything they got cooking. There's still also, like, you know, talking about general news and no Division Day, we still have that webtoon that's supposedly coming this year. We don't know when that's coming out. That's what I'm saying. Something's happening in these next few weeks where they're going to give us a lot of info about stuff. That's my guess. I mean, it's not even a guess. Sometime before June 11th, we're going to get big info, because that's when the next season drops and we know nothing. So.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Hermes, what's going on, man?
Roach wants everyone back at headquarters.
Letting you know and hoping word gets spread that the ending of the Manhunt scene means the devs don't know the lore. Look, I know a lot of people aren't a fan of that finale, and that's completely okay. Everybody can have their own opinion on stuff, but it's one of those cases where it's like, when you don't work on the thing, you can't really know what's going on. And I say that because I know the person and people who work on the story stuff, and they're very passionate about this game. And they put a lot of time in to try and work with the limitations that they have to deliver great stuff. If that doesn't land every time for some people, that's just how it's going to be. But I don't think you can say, any of us can say from our position, that they aren't passionate or they don't know the lore or all this stuff. Like, they're just such broad statements about things that we don't have personal insight to, that it's like you can't really say that with confidence, you know? Like, the amount of BS that I've heard about over the years that the devs have had to put up with and go through in order to keep the game running, you know, despite all of the troubles that it's had and all of the, you know, the development team swapping, like, the amount of extra work they had to take on to keep the game running is insane. And I think if people truly, like, understood the scope of that and the sacrifices they made to keep this game going for us, I think people would be a lot more appreciative about things that have happened. Even though not everything has been perfect. I don't think anybody out there would say that the game has been perfect since it came back, but there's been so much done that has not been spotlighted that I think would really blow some people's minds. Satanta, thank you for being here as always. Appreciate you. Talk soon. Div 3 with crossplay. I think it's pretty much guaranteed that it will, since Heartland has it. You know, they're not going to suddenly go back and not put it in the bigger game of the two, right? So yeah, I think for sure Div 3 will have it. Big info drops June 10th. You know, Mav, I'm just not... I could be totally wrong. I'm just not convinced that they're going to save the info for the next update to one day before the update drops. You know what I mean? Maybe they're going to, you know, try something different, because they've never done something like that before. And I feel like... I don't know. I just don't know. I also don't see Division getting, like, a huge time slot at Ubisoft Forward. I'm sure they'll get room to show stuff. But the amount of time they would need to really go through everything that we want to know about after we've had so many questions for so long, I just don't know if I see them getting that amount of time at Forward. But maybe. I don't know. I was wrong about there being a Division Day, so who knows. But all we know is that Daria said they're working on something else, and to me that didn't sound like Ubisoft Forward, right? So I don't know. I see I'm missing a lot of chats, by the way. I'm going to have to scroll back when we're done with this, so I don't want to risk my time. But Cheryl jumping in, first saying hi, and then dropping the $2 super chat. Go Rogue. Thank you so much, Cheryl, as always. You're too kind. Hope you're having a good Tuesday.
President Ellis. Oh, the helicopter on standby to extract him.
Any Heartland updates lately? None officially. We haven't heard officially from Red Storm or Ubisoft since August of last year. Tom Henderson, who is a pretty reputable insider in the industry, does a lot of reporting on Ubisoft and other companies. Pardon me. Said that he's working on a article kind of talking about the latest on what's going on with the game. So whenever that drops, I will be making a video on it for sure.
Plot a path to the president's location.
Highlighting most expedient path.
Son of a bitch, it actually worked. Thanks, Isaac.
Again, if people... I will scroll back and catch up on chat, because I missed some things here. I guess I can get some here. I followed the story. They're going crazy. I think year 6 will be exciting story-wise. I'm excited to see where they go. X-Define coming out in 2 weeks. Yeah, they dropped the date for that, and so that'll be fun just to have something to jump on and play like that. Plays the cleaners, you know. The Division spinoff that's now not a Division spinoff. I played since last summer. I don't remember the number of seasons. Can't wait to jump in this weekend. Is there a way to catch up if I missed any game or YouTube it? Do you mean catch up in terms of story or in terms of like what the updates delivered, or? Oh, shoot. Ellis, get up, dude. I forgot that the things are going to kill you. Also, what up, Lido? How you doing, man? Story, then yes, you can. If you open your map and go to manhunts, you can see at the bottom you can hit legacy manhunts, and you can get this full like timeline of different seasons and the text recaps and the dates and what happened. So that's a good way. Otherwise, yes, I would recommend NGN here on YouTube. Does really good lore content. He's got recaps for all the seasons and stuff. So if you want more in-depth things, then yeah. What AR is that? I'm using the Eagle Bear exotic AR. It's my favorite gun. This thing is shaking big time. Understand you streamers can attentively play the game, pay close attention to chats. It takes some practice. Currently, I don't know what I'm doing. I have to shoot these guys across. I can't climb there yet, right? There we go. What's up, Matthew? I'd enjoy talking again, but not through here.
Hostile radio intercepted.
I don't know if I can link you my Discord account. I don't think they really do that. But my username on Discord is just RogueGold. Same as on here. So you are more than free to look me up and shoot me a DM. The link to our server is in the description of this stream and all my videos. So if you want to join that, you're welcome to. But yeah, I don't think I can link you my account. You just got to look me up. Does the Eagle Bear damage you? Its talent is that when you get a headshot kill, you gain a certain amount of damage resistance, and then you'll take that amount of damage that you skip out on when the timer expires. But you can reduce that amount you take if you get kills. So if you get a headshot kill, proc it, and then you don't get any kills and you soak a bunch of damage, then yeah, you're probably going to kill yourself when it's done. But as long as you keep an aggressive playstyle and you get those kills, then that's the best way to utilize it. So it's kind of a risk-reward kind of gun. Jump down here, Roach. Where are we looking at? Where are you? There you go. Peek. Here we go. Do you know of anyone that helps returning players complete the raids? I would definitely search up DJ Tickle or GC Rock here on YouTube, Meta. Those two guys have some really great communities that do raid and incursion carries very frequently. They've got Discords and all that, so I would definitely look them up. They're really, really good guys. Stick to the capacitor and maybe hope the Saint almost drops then. Good stuff. The capacitor is a great gun too. We got some buffs this update that make it really solid. 190 people on the stream, by the way. Thank you all for being here. Houston, what's up? I'm excited about Div 3. Imagine new skills and specializations like a mini warhound drone to follow you around. Shred enemies. That'll be pretty sick. It's always great content. Thank you very much, man. The possibilities are pretty endless with Div 3. And I, my resounding hope that I've said is I hope they just take the best of Division 1 and 2 and put that into a game, I think that would please a lot of players. Hope you see the craftable patches soon. I've actually got a video coming on that tomorrow, funny enough. Yeah, interesting topic there for sure. What are the rules of the new event? Reanimated is all about headshots. So if you kill an enemy not by a headshot, then they'll reanimate. And then when you do get a headshot kill, they spread this big corrosive cloud that'll damage everyone nearby and heal you. That's the basic gist. Morton's in the chat. Morton, I hope Div 3 will be the same lore in near future and a completely different experience. I mean, yeah, I would hope that Division 3 is kind of the culmination of, like, this whole storyline. I feel like that's the stage where they could really pay off a lot of stuff. The big, like, wrench in the whole thing for me is the Division Hunted, given the timeline of that. I won't spoil it here, people haven't read it, but that's what I'm curious about. But, yeah. Good to see you, Morton. Morton, they're killing us with the secrecy on what's coming up. Everyone's just like foaming at the mouth for some info on Year 6. I'm excited whenever we know there's no Division Day, but whenever we can get some kind of idea of what's... Oh my god, I just toggled the wrong thing again. There we go. This is the one challenging. Okay. Alright, before I start it, let me make sure I'm caught up here. What's your favorite and least favorite missions from both games? My favorite one in Div 2 is Camp White Oak. It's followed by Coney Island Amusement Park. Love that one. Least favorite in this game? Probably the first Pentagon one. I'm not a huge fan of that. First game is tough. Oh, they had so many iconic missions. My least favorite from the first one might be like Queen's Tunnel or something, just because it wasn't that memorable. I'd have to go back and think more though. Maybe Rooftop Comm Relay. That one was kind of forgettable. Favorite one in Div 1, there's so many. I love Russian Consulate. I love Napalm. I love General Assembly. Like, that's an incredibly hard. I'd have to think about that. Oh, I'm sorry, Hermes. Please do copy and paste it. What is one skill in Div 2 that you think is underwhelming? Changes make it reusable? Definitely the Bombardier drone. I don't think I've seen anyone use that ever. Bombardier drone. I would love to see Firefly get some love too, because I love that skill, but it just isn't used a lot. Cheryl with the $10 super chat. As always, being an absolute... I don't know what I was going to say, but very kind person. Thank you for all the great content, Rogue. Cheryl, thank you, as always, for the generosity and support and what I do. Thank you, thank you. Warren said, yeah, me too. I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone keeps saying that they might be doing stuff at Ubisoft Forward, but I just don't know if I don't know if I see them waiting until a day before Year 6 to talk about everything, but maybe. I don't know. I love the fact that, by the way, Morton, I love that you still come around and chat with us. It's very fun to hear your perspective on stuff. Even though we know you don't know what's going on anymore, it's cool to see. And I hope you're doing well in the new career field and all that. Oh my goodness. Shooting me in the face. Wall Street is by far my favorite mission. I do love Wall Street too. The scale of Wall Street. I love my favorite part of Wall Street is the APC fight in the middle. I just love how that's set up and everything. The hospital mission in New York. Madison Field Hospital. Yeah. That's what I said. Division 1 just has so many iconic ones. Cheryl with another $5 just to say you're welcome. Goodness me. Then I won't say thank you again. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Cheryl. Only just got the notification for the stream. I don't know why YouTube is the way it is. I don't question it anymore, but that's why I post on the community tab. I post on Twitter. If you get updates there, I try and share it around as much as possible.
These guys are salvaging and repurposing anything they can from this place.
Didn't like Lexington. See, another one. Lexington, like, I love Lexington, but it's probably just because it's so iconic. I could recite, let's see. Yeah, I could recite most of Lorraine's speech. There's so many lines in Div 1 that I just know so well.
Now blow the shit out of anything too dangerous.
It's too good, man. Alex, I think, if Morton's here, he can correct me. I think Morton worked on some of the publishing stuff with Div 1. He didn't join Massive until 2022. So he wasn't involved, to my knowledge, like directly on Division 1 like that, but I think he worked on some of the publishing efforts there.
When you're done fucking things up there.
You still got 2 walls to clear.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Division's on my 6! So cut through the planetarium. We gotta secure that ordnance.
What are your thoughts on Division 2 putting more info on the Hunters in the spotlight? Do you think they lose some of their intrigue by removing the mystery? I do. But at the same time, it's like, you know, they've been around for so many years, it's like I don't know how long you can keep it up with just, like, if you never give any answers on them, it's kind of a lose-lose. They're such a cool faction, and so it's like if you never give any more info on them, then it's like, well, what are they? Whereas, at the same time, if you give info on them, then it's like, well, they're maybe not as cool and mysterious as they used to be, so I don't think there's a right way for them to do it, you know what I mean? But yes, I do think that you lose some it's yeah, like you said, some of the intrigue by giving more info on them. Still no join button visible on the channel. I don't know why that would be, Ken. I wish I could tell you. Because, I mean, yeah, certainly it's not. I don't think it could be a setting on my end, because it's there for other people. I don't know. Either way, you don't got to feel bad about it. I appreciate you spending your time here in the streams and everything. That's more than I could ask for. Did you see my second message? It's considered spamming. Sorry. I probably missed it earlier. I'm sorry, dude. Feel free to resend. It's not spamming at all. It's inevitable that I will miss miss chats in the stream. So no, don't feel bad about resending. I was responsible for the marketing and communications, including events for the Nordic region at that time. Gotcha. So yeah, you probably had some involvement with some of the PR stuff there and all that.
Ranging from gullies and dried river systems to what appear to be ancient lake beds. There are also minerals present on the surface.
Best talent for the military P416. No different than the other good talents that you usually run. I think Optimus, Strained, for if you're going for a damage belt, ones like that are pretty reliable. Let's see, do I remember where the missile parts are? Is this one? Uh-oh. Here we go. I knew it was somewhere over here. More Niz in the chat, Ken. The legend himself. Okay, I didn't mean to hop over that. That's awkward. Here's another one. And I think it's on the desk. Or it's over here. Go.
I'm setting a recovery team. Link up with them and you'll be done there.
Components occupied. Suggested use. Missile construction.
They must be using the casing from the museum's collection. If they can rig it with a warhead and some means of propulsion.
Did you actually get the final from Kills after reviewing the Manhunt? Yes, I did. I got that and the backpack trophy upon completion of my rerun. But Yannick did mention in the video yesterday that they are working on a fix to the whole deal. But yeah, we don't necessarily know the timeline or or anything there, so.
Database patch indicates LMR 90.
That would be the missile, then. Please neutralize that fucking thing by any means necessary.
What are your thoughts on the current state of play and morale? I feel like I've been hearing more and more negative comments from veteran players about how the game is dead or whatever. For the most part, I tune that stuff out. I think, as someone who is honestly too connected with all that stuff, it happens every year, every season. Like, people want so much in this game, and understandably so, I do too, that it's like you're always gonna have people wishing that every update had more, that we were getting regular DLCs and expansions. Like, that has always been a thing, and I don't really think I'm seeing anything abnormal in terms of morale. Like, it always goes through those swings where every season people are like, oh, the game's dead, they're really not doing much, and then as soon as the new season's back, they're like, oh, I'm jumping back in, I'm excited, and it's the same thing again 3 months later. So yeah, from what I can see right now, it's mostly more of the same. Alright, if we got 3 of them done, I might stop there. I don't really care to do Pathway, to be honest. Shade, Skill, Kills, and Black Tusk Disrupted. Yeah, I think we'll just call it there. typical game cycle, yeah. Even, it's that classic phrase of like the grass isn't always greener. In Destiny, the scale of content that they get compared to us is like astronomical in terms of like how frequently they do these big events and they do the yearly expansions and all that stuff. If you go and look at that community, every season people are saying the same thing. They're like, oh, I'm kind of burned out. I don't have a lot to go for and all that stuff. So it's just kind of the nature of these types of games. You can never actually make enough content to satisfy players, because if they could have their way, they would have, new missions and stuff every single day, right? But that you can't do that physically. So it's just how it is. Luminous, what they go into 2.0 Div 2? Are you asking about Seasons 2.0? Or... 17 years is a crazy long time, Morton. That's pretty wild. I'm really glad that you're enjoying your new role, though. That's also very awesome, and you deserve it for sure. What's one type of apparel item system you'd want to see in Div 3? Love to see a color selector for items instead of finding 100 different t-shirts. Find one, customize it. Yeah, that would definitely be cool. I'm trying to think of what else. What's another, like, cosmetic thing I've wanted? I don't know. I'm very pleased with the fact that we have, like, transmog and that it's free. Compare that to Destiny. You gotta, like, grind like crazy to get transmog in that game, don't you? Whereas Div 2 is just, like, have at it. So I love that they do that. I think Div 2 does a lot of stuff right in terms of cosmetics. I guess, like, hoods up and down, small things like that they've said the current system doesn't allow for. It'd be nice if they kind of allowed that in the future. I think we're going to get snow in Brooklyn. Theo has a big winter coat now. I'd have to go look. I don't know if I saw his jacket. I certainly hope so. I think it'd be cool. They'd have to just suspend disbelief that Brooklyn has it, not the rest of the game, unless they went back and redid it, but I don't see it. You don't think it's a quality thing, not a quantity thing as far as content? What do you mean, Lido? Can you elaborate on what you mean there? What do we know about Seasons 2.0, if anything? We know that it's coming in Year 6 Season 2, which would roughly put it around October of this year. We know that I'm trying to remember what Yannick's quotes were. I have a full... Here, I'll link you the video just in case I missed something. You can check it out. I did a video on it a few weeks back. It's Seasons 2.0 and an endgame revamp are coming at the same time. But basically, they're changing the seasonal structure because they think there's better ways to do it or more... more... I don't really know how you'd explain it. The endgame revamp we seem to know a bit more about compared to Seasons 2.0. They're looking at making different activities, like... more individuality between different activities. We know we're getting a new item type with that's going to spice up build making a little bit. There's a few different quotes and stuff. I compiled it all in that video I just linked in the chat, so feel free to check that out, bookmark it, whatever. That goes over it a lot more than my scattered brain can right now. But the details are still pretty scarce, and we heard about this all a year ago, so we're now kind of waiting on that big Year 6 presentation to kind of learn more about what's going on. Warren said, I love Destiny 1, but 2 didn't have a great power grind fantasy. Division at least has a great loot loop and build structure. Yeah. I agree. I adore Destiny 1. That's I think my second favorite game of all time behind Division 1. And yeah, I felt the same about Destiny 2. It's just like, I don't know if there's like one thing you can point to that made it less compelling. It was just that, I don't know. It's the same thing that, like, I still love Division 1 more than Div 2. I enjoy Div 2 thoroughly, otherwise I wouldn't play it, but Division 1 just holds a special place. And some of that is, like, right time, right place. Like, you're never going to recapture that magic in almost any franchise if people really adore the first one. But, yeah. What's the difference between Seasons 2.0 and the story DLC? So, Blurry, the Seasons 2.0 and Endgame revamp comes out one update before the DLC. And it's basically just going to restructure Seasons in the Endgame as we know them now. That'll be a free update. And then the DLC will come one season after. We don't know if it's paid or free. I would assume it'll be paid, but they have not answered that definitively. And that's its own standalone new content experience. We don't really have a lot of details on either because, again, they talked about all this stuff a year ago before it got delayed. So we're kind of waiting on that next big drop to like give us more details on a lot of those things. Since I said the in-game revamp will mostly be to help new players navigate the end-game, do you think us long-term players will see a noticeable difference? I think so. I don't know if they said it's like... I don't know if it's focused on... I know for sure they said a big part of it is going to be helping the new player onboarding be a lot more clear. But I would assume that, like... I mean, I think for sure, like, the new item type will be something that long-term players will dive into a lot. I'm sure the new season structure, I mean, that applies directly to us, right? If they're changing up how the seasons work. So yeah, I think there will be. Lito, like, the ending of the season was a little weak. We waited an entire minute to locate Kelso. What was your original? I mean, that's more of a... I guess I misunderstood your original question. That's more of a story decision, right? I don't think that necessarily has to do about... or has to do with the type of content we're getting, because that's simply a story decision to go with the ending of the season that they did. And like I said, not everyone's going to agree with it. That's how storytelling goes in media. Some people love different stories, some people don't. But all they can do is do their best, and we'll see where it goes. Destiny may get more content on a regular basis if the community pays through the nose for it. Yeah. I think if you compare the pricing structure for Destiny 2 versus Division 2, it's insane. Like, you have to pay like $100 a year to keep up with Destiny content, whereas you haven't had to pay anything in Division 2 for like 4 years. Like, that's wild. And I feel like people don't always fully appreciate that. Postman's head out. You're probably already gone, but have a good one, man. Good to see you as always. Yeah, no problem, Blurry. Morton said, can't comment on this. Morton, the day that Seasons 2.0 drop and when the DLC drops, I hope to see you around to see some of your reaction to stuff. That'll be fun, since the work on that started so long ago. I wonder if the Broken map from the OG Division will be part of the DLC. I would think that at least a little chunk of it will be in there as a nice homage. Some people are concerned that's going to be the only map. I can pretty much guarantee it's not. They said there's going to be multiple open world zones and stuff. So, yeah, I think it will at least be a part of it, but there'll be much more than just that. What's up, Libertarian? Glad you can make it, man. Good to see you. Can you still get the last Kelso Common backpack trophy if you replay the Manhunt now? Yes, you can, Pac-Man. That's how I got mine. But they are working on fixing the bug for it, as Yannick confirmed on the video yesterday. You can also check the community tab. I posted his statement on the matter. Destiny 2 will have you pay for an expansion that will require you to pay for a special key. I know, you pay for basically everything. And I'm not saying, it's not necessarily wrong, because, yeah, they put a lot of work into that stuff, but it's a lot of money. $100 a year to keep up with that game is kind of wild, between the expansion and the dungeon keys and the season stuff. You don't even get your seasons for free in that game. And I think it's one of those cases where the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Division players would be livid if they started charging for seasons. So, it's kind of crazy. Okay, what are we doing? I was saying at the start that I might try out that Chameleon DZ build. Let's do that. I feel like that could be kind of... I kind of want to give this a go, because otherwise I don't know when I would try it out. Recently had an assignment in my writing class to write a scene in a location I know well. That's cool, dude. That's very cool. And that's one of those great examples of, like, you know, cross-media stuff. It's very cool. Have a great rest of your week, Morton. Good to see you as always. Take care. Didn't the E3 2013 showcase have a DZ in Brooklyn? The entire gameplay section from that E3 showcase is within a dark zone. I'm pretty sure when you zoom out, when they do the zoom out at the end, those players have been within a dark zone the entire time. That's always why I think it's kind of funny when people say that, like, the DZ and PvP isn't part of Division's core. It's like the very first thing we ever saw from Division was a dark zone. And so, you know, not everyone has to love it, but you can't say it's not part of Division, because it's like that was Division from the beginning. All right, let's do this. We'll do a chill out. Oh no, wait. Need armor regen. All right, we're going to try a crazy DZ build right now. I want to chill out with armor regen. And then I need Bellstone, Nether Gila. And then I have a free slot, is that right? Is that right? Let's see. Or do I get more if I do a different combination? I get one there. I can do one Bellstone. Is there a different 1%? No, it should just be Bellstone, right? What am I looking for here? Yeah. Use that. I have an idea. What is it? Oh, yeah, a Chameleon PvE idea. Gotcha. I mean, Chameleon's fun across the whole game. It was just we were talking about using it in the DZ, and I think it could be interesting. Love the amount of detail they put in the game. Yeah, 100%. Oh, is that the actual workaround, Martin? I don't know if I'd heard that. It's only Div 2 where I felt like the DZ didn't belong. It had been neutered for PvP use. It only feels so little. Yeah. It's just, there's a lot of people out there, and of course I see this because I am in the community a lot. There's people who just think PvP doesn't belong with the Division, and I'm like, but it's always been there. It's always been a part of it, so it'll always be a debate. Is 3... Why do I feel like I'm missing out on... It's because I have the Memento. Otherwise I could run Ninja Bike. Okay, right? I think that's what my brain is thinking. So I do need... I need a Gila vest as well. What if I ran... No, I probably want Unbreakable. Do I not have a good Gila chest? I could also do 2 Golan and then something else, but then that's 1.5. Yeah, I only have a point man. Which I think I'd rather have Unbreakable. So let's do some crafting maybe. If you create a faction, you have 3, what would you choose? I've said for a while I think it'd be cool if there was a faction that, like, very cult-like. More, I know the Outcasts were supposed to be that, but I feel like they don't really give those vibes. But like a cult that's all about bringing on the second coming of the green poison. I made a video on that like years ago. I still think it'd be kind of a cool idea. Like if you're in a more civilized society and then you have these people secretly conspiring to do that. I can't craft a Gila chest? Well, dang, dude. That sucks. Alright, let's run countdown real quick. Cause yeah. And gonna do a quick countdown run, see if we can grab a good Gila chest. I'm literally staring at these icons. I don't know where I'm going. Here we go.
Invite to another agent's group. Receive. You have joined a group.
How did Aaron Kinner use the watch at the end of the manhunt without being rogue? Whose watch was that? I don't know. I do not know. I mean, presumably, if they had planned their death from the beginning, they probably had a contingency. Like, he probably had a watch lined up or something. But I don't know if they'll elaborate on that or not. Would they give us another watch in our left arm? Maybe a rogue one with the new gear thing? Or for the new gear thing? That would be... dual watches would be kind of crazy. I'm ready to be rogue. Yeah. Someday. Hoping it happens. Alright, hopefully I just need a vest with armor, regen, and unbreakable. I can live without the armor regen too. I just need unbreakable so I can do the things. Actually, it can kind of come with anything because I could just roll unbreakable onto it. So we're testing it out. That's what we're doing. The ability to change which wrist has the watch on it. The only problem there is, and I've again only picked up on some of the stuff over time because I'm in the conversation, but the way they design all the outfits is very specifically with the watch on that side. It's the same thing with the patches, right? So they would have to build the system with the knowledge that you could swap the watch and make the clothing with that in mind, right? Like they wouldn't be able to flip a switch and do that with this current system.
System curtailed. Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes to lockdown.
Magnetic containment failure. Elevated threat of EMP discharge.
He's gonna heal.
System forward.
Is this event that came online today the one that you need to kill enemies with the headshots? Yes. Yeah, it's reanimated. So if you don't kill them with a headshot, then they reanimate. And if you do get a headshot kill, then there's the big corrosive cloud that that shoots out. Challenge me for not getting the switch when I was first there. Oh, that's my toxic trait. I don't get the switches.
System.
I used to, but I don't know. So yeah, I'll own up to that. What are our things, by the way? VIP at reactor, cooling tower, and admin. Cooling tower it is. Alex, I'm sorry. There's 8 people. Someone's gonna get it, you know?
System reactivated.
Thoughts on the theory that our agent is a hunter and that's why they don't talk? That's a wild theory. I've not seen that before. I mean, that would be a tough reveal to pull off to say we've been a hunter the whole time. They'd have to have some sort of like amnesia thing. We can't like knowingly be a hunter because we're supposed to be learning about all these. It would just make so many of the story revelations and seasons pointless, right? If we already knew all that stuff. If they were to ever go down that route, I don't think that would be their explanation for why we don't talk. I think that's just because that's what some of these games do to avoid weird narrative things. That would be crazy though. I hadn't heard that one before. I'm sure it's what the captain of the Titanic said. So dramatic, Alex. So dramatic. I know. That's what I said. It's my toxic trait. I'll admit. See, look, right now though, I'm the only one playing the objective. I'll go get the servers while everyone else dies to the Warhounds. I'll do it. What other games are you looking forward to outside Division 2? What am I looking forward to? I'm pretty interested in Marathon, Bungie's new extraction shooter. Other than that, I mostly follow live games at this point. I don't know if there's a bunch of upcoming ones that I'm like waiting for, besides obviously the Division spin-offs and sequels. Yeah. Reddit has many theories. Yes, they do. That's true. Let's hope it's out next year, yeah. I can't decide if I want to do Final Shape or not. I care about the story, like I've been invested in Destiny since 2014 when it came out. But I just don't know if I want to spend another 50 bucks. Oh, I just deconstructed another chest piece. Oh, that sucks. I just don't know if I want to go through the whole thing again. I didn't do Lightfall, so I'd have to catch up there. I loved Witch Queen, but like I would love to do that Final Shape raid when it comes out, but I don't know anyone on there. I don't do it. Like that used to be my thing back in Destiny 1. I don't know. I'm undecided on that. It's also right before the new Division 2 update, so it's probably going to be a busy time overall. Have you heard anything about Heartland? I saw there was a tweet about X-Defiant, but all the Div spin-offs have been radio silent. Well, Resurgence, we know they're moving forward with a release this year. They postponed it from the end of last year because they got it got approved in China, and so because that's such a big market, they
should be able to access the lab.
They're working to get it ready for that, and they're going to release all at once this year. So that we know what's happening. Heartland, we have not heard anything officially since last August when they said they're going to give us an update in 2024. Obviously, it is now 24, so they've got another 7 months to do that. The only notable thing of recently is that Tom Henderson, who's a very reputable insider and leaker, talked about how he's working on an article about what's going on with the game. And so whenever that drops, I will certainly make a video on it.
Safety protocols activated.
But it's not canceled, which is what a lot of people like to jump to right away. I thought you were the chameleon. Was like, can I get in the shock ammo? Yeah. That would be a little OP. No, I'm trying to get a Gila vest because I didn't have one, so I can set up the build properly, and then we can test it in the DZ.
Nice work on the valves. Now, I need you to expose the reactor's core.
Like I said, Sam, Destiny 6,500 plus hours. That's crazy. That both pisses me off.
Now, we just need to...
Yeah, I don't. What was happening when Lightfall came out last year? I don't actually remember why I didn't get it, because it had a lot of hype going in, I think. But I think it was just I didn't get it day one, and then people pretty quickly had their complaints. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll wait. And then I never got it. I don't have any complaints about how Final Shape looks. It looks pretty sick, but I just don't know if I... It's like, since it's the last chapter, I kind of want to be there. But I also don't know if I want to go through it all again. I don't know, man. Like, I would say Division 2's been very smart about that, where they don't have a gear score. That definitely, I think, keeps the game feeling like you can jump back in and you're not completely lost and left behind, and hopefully the in-game revamp further alleviates that this year. Because if a live game can come up with the solution for how to keep players feeling keeping the engaged players satisfied and like they always have something to work towards while also not alienating the returning players, if that formula is cracked, that game is going to do insanely well. Because I don't think that's really been done yet. Destiny 2, I think, struggles a lot with people coming back and feeling overwhelmed. And they haven't really demonstrated that they have a plan to fix that, from what I've seen. Like, there's so many... It's like, oh, you want this gun? You gotta go do this random quest from, like, 5 years ago. It's like, how do I get the quest? So you kind of have to own this other thing, and then you gotta go talk to someone, and then it's just so many hoops to catch up. And it's not there... Like, I understand why that's such a difficult thing to solve. Like, it's very tough to figure out, but... I don't think they've done it yet. I haven't done the incursion yet. Is it worth running? If you like SMGs, the exotic that drops out of there is an exotic vector that's very, very good. So, if that's an incentive for you, then yes. Also, I think it's just very fun content. It's probably my favorite thing that came out of Year 5. If I'm looking back now. Like, I love that incursion. So, if you like that kind of content, or you like SMGs, then yes. Ooh, double chest piece right there. That was sick.
Experimental reactor offline. System reactivated.
The campaign ended up being a straight tutorial. Didn't really move the story forward. I heard that, and that would definitely bum me out too if I was playing. Like, just let me use, like, give me one mission where I learn how to use it, and then let me use it and go get on with the story. The theory was that Lightfall wasn't really supposed to exist originally, and they had to like come up with it to create a gap between it and Final Shape. So that would make sense with everything that went down with it.
Shoot off a flare when you're ready for Torres to bring you home.
Kind of feels weird since Division 2 brought Keener and Division 2 brought back Keener, Destiny 2 brought back Cade 6. People keep killing their characters and realizing it was a mistake. Yeah. Just got back into Div 2 after a long hiatus in your videos. Helped immensely. It's much appreciated. Dristan, love to hear it, man. You're very welcome. And welcome back. Hope you're having fun. Oh, goodness.
System restored.
If that drone explodes, we're toast. Okay. Oh, they're hitting us in the back, too.
System malfunctioning.
I got sledgehammer on him. There we go.
Shoot off the flares before it knows you're ready to go.
An agent needs assistance.
Get sledgehammer on again. Maybe.
Agent down. Get out of there.
That had a single explosion. That was weird. Alright, I'll catch up on chat after this. This is getting a little hectic. Got that hunter that's foamed. There we go.
Detected.
Here we go. Shocked him. Get that guy.
System back online.
Oh my goodness.
Serious trauma detected.
Bomb to the face. Never feels good. I better pick this loot up in case I don't make it.
System disrupted.
I love this extraction portion so much, though. I love how hectic it is. I hope they incorporate stuff like this in the future. I know I've talked about that in videos, but so good. Okay, I didn't know there was a hunter right there. That's awkward. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of chats, people. I'll catch up as soon as we extract out of here. By the way, did one die up there? Okay, I guess not. So much loot!
We see you. Kilo inbound on your location.
Apply that shock all over. Called in, called in, called in, called in, called in. Why can't I call it? Oh, it's already arriving. I thought that was the timer left to call it.
Is in position.
I was like, oh, we're not getting it. Okay. What did I miss up here? About to get really get into this game for the first time today. Glad to see people playing it and making content. Dalton, that is awesome to hear, man. I very much hope you enjoy your time. There's definitely, for a brand new player, there's a ton of stuff to dive into and to do, so I hope you enjoy. And there's a lot of stuff coming up for the game, too. We got a new DLC next year, so welcome, welcome.
You kept the lights on. This entire region owes you a debt of gratitude.
My problem is that
we
with The
can
Division,
never
it makes
repay.
sense as to why Keener is
Thank you,
alive.
Agent.
I wish that went down due to the Cade. I think, from what I understand, I watched some videos, I think Cade is just like a projection within the Traveler realm, since it's like a amalgamation of like memories and souls and stuff. That's at least what I took from it. I could be wrong. I don't think he's going to stay
Safe area
like
entered.
permanently, but I don't know. What's your least favorite thing about The Division, minus people who use shields and stand in front of everyone? My least favorite thing about The Division,
Agent in need of backup.
it's gonna sound very elitist of me, but I guess like the more casual design it has. I don't know, maybe that's a bad thing to say. I just think there's some stuff is given out so easily, and there's such a lack of like you were here at this time, you get this reward type of stuff, that I definitely, you know, if it were up, like, this is my own personal selfish wish list, I would choose for there to be some more hardcore aspects. But like I said, that's just me. Okay, what else did I miss? Is this Countdown? Yes, Jimmy, that was Countdown. Countdown is pretty much the best. Let me link you this video. Countdown is pretty much considered the best farming spot for many reasons. So if you're inclined to check that video out, I just put it in the chat. It goes over how the mode works, how to target loot, all that stuff. I see everyone else already said the same thing, so thank you everyone for answering that. Ola's Strand Survival soundtrack is immaculate. Yeah. Ola is incredible. He does a lot of awesome stuff. Oh, that's mostly what I mean, Rybrid, is cosmetic stuff. Yeah, I don't need them to gatekeep like actual gameplay items like that. But it's just like like now that they're rerunning the apparel events, it's like, you know, again, it's cool if you missed out on it, but at the same time, it's like I was there and I got this item at that time, and now you know, it's just a design choice. Some people are gonna like it one way, some the other, and there's nothing wrong with either one. That's just my take. So I'll probably use the one that has hazard. Oh, this one does have armor regen, but it's a super low armor roll. Neither of these are very good. Let's do this one, though, since it has armor regen. So we'll keep that. Did I get any gloves that have? Dang. Again, what is it with these low rolls? On challenging, that's how low my armor roll is? That's wild, but I guess we'll keep that. Alright, let's go back to this. Still have 1.7, so I'm not doing alright for armor. Do I have an even... Hold on. Oh, I thought it was a straight. Never mind. I thought I had an exactly even amount of armor. I was like, that's crazy. Okay, let's put regen on this. You should do a Div 1 survival stream where you try and make it sunrise. That'd be fun. I'd be down to do more Div 1 stuff. I just need to actually do it. You want loot to be like Div 1? Do you mean in terms of like how the loot itself is structured, or how loot drops around the game? Played in a conflict match yesterday. GG's. Hey! GG's to yourself, Jake. Yeah, I was trying to get my weekly project done before it reset. But yeah, those are some fun games. GG's. This is something I sincerely hope they fix at point, is the backpack thing. It's been around for so long. It's like, please. Please. Heck yeah, finally been able to join your live stream. Skog, welcome in, man. Thank you for being here. I'm kind of shocked that we've held this many people this whole time, and we have over 150 likes. I haven't even mentioned it. Thank you all so much for hanging out and supporting. I'm someone who really enjoys support and tanks in most games. Which role is considered to be the more useful for the most content in this game? I think healers and support, Dalton. There is definitely room for tanks in certain content, but in general, you'll find content where people run like 3 damage builds in 1 healer. So I think healers are a bit more relevant. But that tanks certainly can be too. That's not to say you can't build a good tank class. Heartstrike build is really good. It's what I like to use. Oh yeah, the Heartstrike for conflict. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm still very proud of that one. That's like, I love coming up with builds that are on paper they don't really make sense, and then it kind of works. You're like, oh, it's cool. So yeah, I'm glad you like it. The drops itself, targeted loot, that aspect. My thought on targeted loot is I don't think you need to, like, I'm not against it being in the game. I think it's a very worthwhile thing. I just think it's so prolific, like it's in so many places that it almost devalues itself in a way. I think it would be cool if you had targeted loot focused around like game modes, like countdown and conflict, or countdown summon, I mean, and like in the dark zones. Like, if they limited it to those things, then they could put other different kinds of emphasis on different kinds of content. Maybe this is something we'll see them do in the endgame redesign, because they talked about making different types of content more standout, more unique. I just think targeted loot is so widely used that it almost becomes not, like, you don't really feel the impact of it anymore. So that's kind of my thought. Like, reallocate where you can use it and make that the selling point of certain things, and then give other things their own unique benefits for why you would want to play that content. Global events, I do really kind of miss the grind, the global event grind in Div 1. That was so fun on global event weeks to like grind out the incursions. And I know some people hate that stuff, so I totally get it. But I love that. I love that kind of grind. But I also hate classified, so I'm being very contrarian and annoying with that take. Are you going to stream Resurgence when that drops? Yes, I am. I'm working on making sure I can actually, like, do it properly. Because streaming from your phone can be weird. But yes, that's the plan. What do you think of getting some of the Div 1 weapons? Do you mean, like, having them reprise them in Div 2? Alright, this is the build. What do I want? Firewall, of course. What is the end date for this season? Currently set for June 11th, Vivian. So, yeah, Tuesday, June 11th would be when this one ends and Year 6 begins. Or you're not going to emulate it? I guess I don't really know enough about how that works. My phone, I was lucky enough to have a phone upgrade due recently for that last beta, so it runs at 60 FPS on my phone. And so I kind of am inclined to just do it that way. I saw someone try and emulate it during the beta, and it was not running well at all, so I don't know how the support on that is going to be when it drops. So I guess I need to do more research is the real answer. 91k armor regen, and then when we get the memento going, that'll be even more. I'd be down with them bringing some more back, Curious. I wouldn't want them to start, like, replacing new content with that. You know what I mean? Which is kind of something we've seen Destiny do, where they're like, our new thing this season is something from Destiny 1, and it's like, that's cool, but you've now kind of, like, you've allowed that to replace the actual production of new content and new items. So I wouldn't want them to do that, where it's like every season we're getting a Division 1 gun instead of a brand new one. But if they want to do it time to time, like where it actually fits and makes sense, then yeah, I'd be down for some of the more iconic and beloved ones. Okay, so I think I will run a revive hive just to be that guy, just to be annoying, and then maybe a jammer pulse when I'm up close. My crit stats looking like not good. So let's do 2 crit chance, 1 crit damage. Oh, that's right, I have 4 mod slots. Then we'll do that and 2 crit damage ones here. Oops. Okay. And when we get the headshots, that'll spike up. Get a lot of that. Alright, this is the build. I'm missing 1 good crit roll on here. But that's about it. Everything else is pretty close, and my armor's low. Let's freaking try this, people. I'm curious to see how this will go. So I think I'll build the memento stacks first and then go try and fight someone and see how see how tanky I am.
Access complete.
Server does not look like it has a lot of people. Let's check the other ones before I spend time getting all the trophies in there. And UB forward is June 10th. Yeah, I am curious to see how Division handles its upcoming news. Here we got Rogues. I'm curious to see how they handle it with Ubisoft Forward. I'm sure in some capacity Division will be at UB Forward. I just am not convinced that that's where we're going to get everything, because we have too much that we're waiting to hear about for them to fit it in that kind of a format. That's my thought. But we know they're not doing a Division Day, so it's like, what is the alternative? I don't know. It's a mystery. I just hope we're not waiting until the final. I mean, they might do that, where we're waiting until June to really hear anything. They can start sprinkling some teases, I hope.
You will suffer.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Engaging landmark.
Yo, this damage is insane. Wow, look at how much that one trophy gave me. Look at my armor. That's wild. What I need to do is get full memento stacks, save the chameleon buff, and then run into a PvP fight, and I want to know how that would go.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Feel that, agent?
Sorry, I'm trying to read over here. Yeah, the fact that they reversed sunsetting recently too is kind of wild. Like after everyone had deleted stuff years ago. I feel like if Division did something like that, people would be up in arms. Like that would be kind of insane.
Contaminated gear detected.
So the key with the chameleon is leg shots. You build different bonuses for each one. Here, I can show in a sec.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Headshots, you get a bunch of crit. Body shots, you get a bunch of weapon damage. And leg shots, you get reload speed. So I always try and start with the leg, just so that the combat flows a little bit better. But technically, leg shots are like the least important, because you're not actually upping your damage. Well, you're increasing your DPS because you can reload faster, but...
This armor is finished.
Saints, with the 1 month member message. Thanks for the content. Always enjoy your videos. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate you. I love that YouTube lets people do that. Does Twitch have a thing where members can just send things like that for a month? I don't know. Either way, it's cool. Thank you very much, man. That's not the UB way. Everyone has a gag order. Used to work with the VP of comms. Add Ubisoft rank, or are you saying you just knew him from somewhere else? Either way, that's cool. I know Ubisoft has their super secretive PR stuff. I just think it's notable that, like, last year we had Division Day well in advance of Year 5's release. And this year they're just being, or so far, they're being super secretive with everything. Just makes a guy curious, that's all. Alright. We're getting a good amount of...
Landmark has been cleared.
I kind of want to go fight PvP now. We have a pretty good setup. They're still in that theater. I don't know what these guys are doing. I hope they're not all 1v1ing, because then I'm just going to get targeted. But let's go check it out. Yeah, I have 3/4 memento stacks. A good amount of those. I can kill these guys on the way. Oh, the bus spawn. The classic bus spawn. Alright, body shots. Don't hit the head. There we go. Now we get the damage buff too. This is going to be good. We're going to run in there, and I'm just still going to get absolutely smacked. That's my guess, but this will be a fun experiment. No, don't get me in combat, please. I'm just going to run away and get out of combat. He did not think the bus driver. Oh no, I just ran through a tripwire. Saw it at the last second.
Agent nearby.
I'm going to lose my bonuses, dude. When was the last time you saw a chainsaw guy in the DZ? That's kind of wild.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
I should not be in combat with those guys way back there. That's a little unfair, in my opinion.
Rogue agent detected.
Oh my god, there's another one. I lost the bonuses anyway, though, so let's just do it. So I can get them going again, maybe. Oh, it was the same trap. Whoops. I'm still in combat? How? Alright, this would be a good test. You tell me, chat, do I flag on these guys? Or do I go after the rogue?
Hostile defender drone detected.
Actually, I can build a good amount of shots doing this, probably. Here we go, kit, and go in. He's down.
Rogue agent neutralized nearby. Rogue agent neutralized.
I'm almost out of ammo. That's awkward. I'm really tempted to flag on these guys. I'm gonna grab this ammo first, and then we'll see where the chase goes. Flag on the pistol guy. That was my... It's more honorable. I'm really not. My head was screaming to flag on them, but I refrained. Okay, I do have my buffs right now, which is good. I just need to find where they all regroup at, and that's where the chaos will begin. I almost have the damage buff procced. So there's one up north and one over here. I see him through the wall. Come back. Let me get into a 1v1 with you. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Rogue protocol initiated. Hostile Stinger hive detected.
Wow. I don't know if I was ready for all those statuses in one spot. Yeah, the damage is a little lacking.
Hostile defender drone detected.
I'm not liking the position there. Let's back up a little bit.
Manhunt detected nearby.
I mean, the regen's really good. Like, look at my bar.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
I could run forever, and these guys probably couldn't get me. They still chasing? Yes. And they're manhunt, okay. See if we can get stacks built up on ads before I fight them again.
Rogue protocol.
Oh, I just lost the rogue timer. Go for the squishy one. He's down.
High rogue agent killed. Rogue agent eliminated. Contaminated gear detected. Initiating rogue protocol.
Oh, there's a guy with the statuses. That's not great. Oh my goodness.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
What did he hit me with?
Agent down. Agent killed.
That was weird. I took a huge chunk of damage there. It's kind of wild. Alright, I don't know. I'm not wowed. The regen is really good, but the chameleon without
Rogue status removed.
building into damage does not really seem to be doing a whole lot.
Area entered.
But it was worth the experiment. I think I'm going to run a few conflict games before hopping off. We'll do like 2 or 3 of those. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Need to get the blood flow in here. Get some kills. I think I argue that the chameleon is really good in PvE. Zyara, I just in that kind of a I was just kind of testing to see if it could stand on its own for PvP, but I don't think it really can. If I'm using a high level character and play with someone who's low level, how does the balancing work? The game should balance the two of you out. It'll like bring you to a common level. I haven't done it in a long time though, so I don't remember the exact mechanics. We're doing team elimination. Ooh, this is exciting. Get me in some team
Hostile
elimination.
Explosive seeker mine detected.
We gotta spectate this round though.
Hostile Stinger hive detected.
When are they gonna fix the Ouroboros? The town hasn't been run for weeks. It's the first bullet, not the half mag like the town says. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. I'm wondering if, like, I mean, is there a certain status that you are experiencing that with? Because I've used it and I know it. I see the bar go down on the thing for half the mag. Nuclear Venom with the 279 super chat. Thank you so much. I wonder what NGN is making a video on about Kelso. I'm sure it's going to be a good one when it drops. I know he was saying he was pretty busy this week. So it'll get here eventually. Thank you as always for the generosity, man. Thank you very much. We tried indeed, Kira. We did. I'll have to tinker with it more. Maybe there's a different distribution I can do where I give a bit more damage. We'll see. How can I get the new exotic weapons and gear like the Ouroboros, the Ravenous, and others? Those two that you talked about, Berserk, are exclusive to different pieces of content. I actually made a video on that recently. Once I'm done with this round, let me link you the video I did on it. That should help answer some of the questions. Is starting a new player for the Shade Points levels worth it? Do you mean to get the levels to apply to your current watch? Or what do you mean exactly, Jimmy? Because some people do like the Warlord's alt strategy for resources. Alright, that guy's down.
Hostile explosive seeker mine
That guy just threw that from where? Are they behind us? Also, I should not have gotten hit by that. Yep, there he is. I hear a guy climbing right here, too.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
I don't know where these people are, but I need to heal.
Agent down. Boost about to activate.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Is there a lore reason Keener came back? Presumably, in the future seasons and story, we'll find out exactly what his motivations are and stuff. I would think it's half that and half that he's a really cool character that people like. But, yeah. Are the reasons to have multiple characters, or are you just able to clearly respec everything character-specific you need to? My current watch for the materials, credits, and stuff. So, Jimmy, a lot of people, that's their, like, preferred way to get levels and materials. I personally have never done it because I just think that sounds incredibly boring, but that's just a me thing. If that sounds appealing to you to get the levels and to get the extra materials doing that, then certainly I think it's worth it, yeah. And Dalton, most people use multiple characters for more space for gear. They'll put stuff in the inventory and use them as mules. People will also do the Wony strat that we were just talking about, where you can go in and get extra materials from your watch if you buy the shared blueprint across all your characters. Those are some of the main ones. What's up, Henry? Hermie said, are there any things about the division that aren't talked about as much as you think they deserve?
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
Oh my goodness.
An agent needs assistance.
Anything that doesn't get talked about as much as it deserves.
Agent down. Hostile stinger hive detected.
I was really lucky I got that guy down.
Hostile defender drone detected.
I'll put you on fire again. And now you're down. There's still one down somewhere that I didn't get. Yeah, right there. Where's this last dude at? Came at the right time, PvP, yes sir. I mean, maybe I would say... Oh, shoot. I did not think he'd be behind me.
An specialization supply drop.
Maybe I would say PvP Hermes, but it's less like it doesn't get talked about. I just think people disparage it to a degree that it doesn't really deserve. But that's a pretty biased take. Where did he go? He was back here. And then he zoomed off to somewhere. No offense to my teammates. Well, they're all low level. They're still learning. I think they are lucky I joined in here. We're still one. If we lose another round, we're dead. There he is. The healing there from that. Yeah, claim that thumper. I got you.
Friendly claiming the supply drop.
Oh, he's so weak. The status build he's got is crazy.
You're almost out of time. Supply drop being claimed by friendly. The specialization supply drop is in friendly hands.
Immediate medical
Wow, that was
assistance
too close.
needed.
I almost died to that.
Hostile
Let's not get hit by the
explosive
Seeker.
detected.
Here we go. Y'all ready? Oh, okay. He had the same idea. It's like just go in and cook him. We'll be good. I shouldn't have wasted two kits though, because now I think I only get one next round. Unless Team Elim has a different rule set, which it should, honestly. The time and effort they put into collectibles is pretty cool and doesn't get much love. The ecosystem is pretty unique. I'd agree with that very much, Avery. That's a good shout. It does fully refill it. Oh, I keep my spec ammo? These guys are cooked. The game should not let you keep it between rounds. That's so bad. We're going to steamroll. Oh, no. I'm so sorry in advance to these people. I see you back there. Don't tell me y'all are going to stay in spawn the whole time. Where they at? My flamethrower is hungry. I just heard someone jump.
An agent needs assistance.
Jeez, dude. Those statuses are gnarly. I see you right there.
Boost. About to come
Here we go. And I just need one more. We came back from... It was 1-3 when I joined, I think. Or 0-3. Down to sudden death. Still got 13 charges left in that. And Jan was right about Kelsey being rogue all along. I disagree. I don't, and this is just my interpretation from the finale. Of course, we'll get more info over time. I don't think Kelso has been like against our motivations the whole time. I just think it's that whatever has been shown to her and whatever Keener's plan is with the hunters and everything, I think she made the call that the best chance for us to actually beat that is for me to join their cause. And if that means Isaac flagging me, then that's what it is, you know? That's my take.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to get me before I bled out. And we have the flamethrower bug. I'm turning down the gameplay sound so y'all don't have to listen to that. No, we're gonna lose this? Come on, dude. They rezzed the other guy that I downed? That's so sad. Because I bled out at the last second. Alright, no offense, but other team, can you come and kill Richie here? Because I don't think he's going to 1v3 you. Richie, I love you, but I don't think you're pulling this off. You tried your best, that's what counts. Her final comm explains a little detail as to why she went rogue. Yeah, exactly. I think Kelso has found out that rogue doesn't equal bad, and that things exist in much deeper shade of gray than she thought. 100%. And hopefully the community will be close behind her, Hermes, because that's my stance, and a lot of people are still acting like it's a fully black and white thing, and I don't think it is. Alright, I need to leave here to get rid of the flamethrower sound. And I will key back in. That was tough, dude. I was a little too confident going in there. But GG's to that team. They pulled it off.
Hostile control point nearby.
Do I have room for more caches?
Safe
Okay.
area detected.
I'm telling you, dude, it's wild that we're less than 5 weeks out from the new season, and we know as little as we do. That was weird. I got stuck in that screen right before going in. Domination, domination. Striker. Some G, AR. Got it. Thoughts on the theory that the notes from Kelso are actually keener? I did see that theory. Or maybe it was you that pointed out before, I can't remember. I reread them. I like the idea because it could totally fit, given it's only signed K, but the way it's worded, I do think it's Kelso. But I don't know. Do you think the test of the tombs was the dead JTF agent? I think that definitely fits in with the overall idea. Like, now that you go back and look at it, it totally fits. Where they're like, yeah, they can fake you into thinking someone's dead when they're not. So, I don't know if that's the specific test they were talking about, but it definitely fits with the overall narrative. Alright, we gotta get a win here before signing off. This might be my last one. We'll see how this goes.
Neutralize all enemies before you run out of reinforcements.
I reckon next week we'll get some news. Well, the one... Oh my goodness, they're all charging.
Hostile defender drone detected.
I'm so dead.
Serious
Wow.
trauma detected.
I did not expect that. The one notable thing that's happening next week is the next Ubisoft investors meeting, and it's their year-end one / like preview of next year. So I do think whether or not Division intends to like announce something there, I think we'll be able to glean some details from that. So that'll be good. But yeah, at this point I really don't know when they're planning. It's sometime before June 11th, but I don't know when they're going to plan on dropping more info. Specifically, these guys are a unit. They all run together, which is of course very smart. Our one teammate. Oh. You saw nothing. I wasn't here. Got one and I did. That's how we gotta play it.
Agent down.
Alright, we took 2 of them out. I'm now gonna play a real cheeky game and try to get them when they're running back from spawn. I see you. Behind me. Where's the one behind?
Boost about to activate.
There we go. We're turning the tides a little bit.
Boost online.
Gonna try and lock down that boost. No!
Agent needs assistance.
Oh, shoot.
Vital signs critical.
Was that just that one guy shooting me?
Agent down.
That's crazy. Oh.
Agent
Yeah,
deceased.
Umbra with capacitor's gonna hurt.
Allies are acquiring the boost. The boost has been taken by allies. Hostile defender drone detected. Agent down.
Yeah, I think it's tough, David. Like, the entire industry is obviously not in, like, the best shape right now. So I get why they're trying to rely more on reliable IPs that have done well for them in the past. But, yeah, hopefully they still try to innovate in ways that they can. Jump up, jump up. Shoot, dude, I tried to heal in time.
Detected.
At least I got the 1 kill.
Agent down. An agent needs assistance. Agent deceased.
I think the dissent comm showing McManus willfully ignoring Amherst has pretty much confirmed how compromised SHD was. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I know Hermes and I have talked about that before. I think it makes him look a bit more guilty than some think, but of course, yeah, he can't see the future. But it did seem like he downplayed the threat of a biological attack, which is not a good thing.
Hostile hive detected.
All right, I'm going to back up because they're about to push me with a lot of buffs.
I'm sending you a specialization supply drop.
They're all up there. Why can I... Do you guys see that? How I can see them through my body when I was pulsed? That was weird. It's a new strat.
System back online.
This guy's pushing him. Like a savage. Well, that was 2 down right there. I'm afraid you don't get to revive. That's not...
Friendly claiming the supply drop.
We don't really allow that here.
The specialization
One's over
supply
here.
drop has been claimed by an ally.
Oh, teammate got him nice. And we got the spec drop. There we go. Richard, caught a live stream. How are you? I'm doing fantastic, man. How are you? Thanks for being here. Limitless as well. I am, let's see. I need to think of a synonym to fantastic. I am superb. Limitless, how you doing?
Hostile defender drone detected.
The fight is halfway done.
Here we go. Bold play. I think I missed. I didn't hit direct enough on that. But it looks like I distracted him a good bit. One of them backed out. Boo. Oh, I see you.
Vital signs critical. Agent down.
There are no more rogue reinforcements. Eliminate another one.
Hostile hide.
The one of them's behind them with the debuff. Look at our teammate being an absolute savage. They're unaware that he's there.
System activated.
Oh my goodness.
Serious trauma.
GG.
An agent needs assistance.
It's a win. Solid work.
That guy definitely has a 1 in his perception stat. Yeah, he's not the most aware. Are the PvP measurements? Do you mean PvP builds limitless? Oh yeah, you did. I saw. It. A little bit. You tend to build. Most people build a bit more armor than you would in PvE typically, because you're trying to outlast in a fight. You're trying to survive a 1v1. Like for example, this is a pretty common PvE build that I use. Whereas like this is my most used PvP build. So I don't know. You're still going for like similar things, but I guess you just prioritize a few different areas. Are there any skills weapons from Div 1 that you'd like to see come to Div 2? Well, of course I want to see the lightweight go back to full auto. That's a given. I would like to see like the Big Owl in Div 2. I feel like that archetype of LMG would be fun. Just realized this emoji's called waffles versus the pancakes. That was a Mallory emote. That was made at special request. I'll keep a pancake one in mind for the future. Alright folks, I'm opening these up and then I'm going to call it. We went a little bit longer today than normally, so hopefully everyone enjoyed. I sincerely appreciate people hanging out and leaving likes. I barely even mentioned it at all, but everyone did it anyway. I really appreciate that. Of course, I always love the discourse and the chats, so thank you for sending in your questions and having the good convos as always. Got a good video coming tomorrow on the new item type we're getting in year 6. A little discussion there, so I hope everyone will tune into that. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. And then, yeah, the usual cadence moving forward. As always, keeping my eye out for the moment we hear news about year 6. It's only a few weeks away, so that'll be exciting when that stuff starts rolling in. Like I was saying, we do have some stuff probably coming next week with the financial report, so yeah, we'll have coverage on that. That'll be after the next live stream, though, so I'll be back next Tuesday. Yeah, folks, as always, appreciate you hanging out, being here. Been watching while grinding, helps me focus. Thank you, man. See, that's flattering, because then it means that I'm not, my voice isn't annoying, so there we go. But yeah, Leah, Wolf, Richard, Dristan, Tyler, Alex, David, Millie, Ghost, Pac-Man, Cheryl, Limitless Hermes, Henry, and Kira, and Avery, and every single other person that was in here earlier in the stream. I appreciate you very much. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Of course, as always, thank you for your time, for everything. Jake, Ramon, appreciate y'all too. And I will see you all very soon. So until the next one, RogueGold. Peter, gotcha as well. Till the next one, RogueGold. Out.